Please welcome Tom Thummery. Know that I'm here, and your white privileges are going to save you tonight, okay, guys?
Any government is to monopolize as much violence as possible in order for it to inflict it on as many citizens as possible.
I've been on this like weird anarchist arc for a few months now. This is playing by their rules exactly how they are written, and it's
This
working.
is Rebecca DePietro, former WWE diva, Playboy model, and Miss Hawaiian Tropic 2006. Shit, that was a long time ago. You're watching The Dog and Chicken Show. Like, share, subscribe.
That's right. It's time for the Dog and Chicken Show.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, episode 110 of the Dog and Chicken Show. Oh, I just had a good time getting called a bigot in another chat of another podcast. We can get into that in a little bit. We got plenty of stories. We got all kinds of shit.
And it's about fucking time somebody said it.
I tell you what, folks, thanks for tuning in. You will not be called a bigot for watching this show. You comment whatever you want, and I promise the worst thing I'll call you is the C word. That's pretty bad for some people.
Yeah,
but
I was just saying, can we at least wait till like hour 1 before we start?
I about dropped
the C
it.
word?
I about dropped it.
Already?
Yeah, I just about did that.
Bro, come on. We just started.
That was close. That was close. It was close. Anyway, yeah, episode 110, Dog and Chicken Show. We have all kinds of good stuff to talk about tonight. Oh, almond milk might have to come up there. It just might. Yank, welcome to the show. And I am Chicken, of course, and just flanked to the side of me here, the one, the only.
Tony fucking G. Fucking like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit. Yeah. Woo! The little button. Hit it. All right, let's talk some shit and drink.
All right, what are our drinking words? We got Alyssa Milano, Vangirl, Netflix, Brandon, Tom. Whew. And if Tony's kids interrupt the show. Wow. You know where my head's at tonight, don't you?
Oh, I was supposed to add soaking. I got to add soaking to that. I'm sorry, folks. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Got to add soaking.
Folks, stick around to the end of the show. If you don't know what soaking is, maybe you already do, but you're going to learn a lot more about it by the end of this show. But we got all kinds of stuff, a whole bunch of stories. This was kind of pulled together at the last minute, but I'm really pleased with like some of the shit that's going on that we're able to talk about, because I was like, it was kind of a slow news week until all of a sudden.
It was a slow news week, but there was a lot of little stories. So like some of these we may fire through, and we've got some backups if the discussion goes quick, but that's usually not the case. And holy shit. Looks like we're not just a two-man group tonight.
Oh, yep.
Looks like we've got another special guest making his second appearance on the show, Skeletor.
Hey, how are you folks doing?
Awesome. You lost your jaw.
Yeah, I made it easier for me to drink, but as far as that goes, yes, Skullface Skeletor will be the same way until the beard comes back to its full mighty glory. So, yeah, y'all don't need to see this ugliness without the beardedness.
Speaking of joining for drinks, what do you got tonight?
Okay, well, first I'm going to start off with the lovely High West Old Fashioned. I don't know which one is this, and I think this is the one that's a double mix of like rye whiskey and bourbon, and it comes from the great state of Utah, which that's kind of why I did this whole thing, because the whole soaking total. Yeah, let's go with. Hold on, can you see it better now?
Okay. It's an old fashioned.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that's like a pre-made cocktail.
Yes. And so I got that, and then I got from the same company of High West, I've got a double rye. And yeah, these both come from my local liquor store that's just right behind my house. So yeah, I had to give them a little business and check out some new shit because that's just kind of how I go.
Jesus Christ!
Listen here.
Whoa, man!
Sure,
Can't do
the
that.
pressure.
All right. See, it's getting closer to
God.
Halloween, so the more masks that people wear, the better. Oh, and also, hey, check out the lovely hat that I purchased this week.
Hey, so many people keep wanting to fuck me. It's really, really great. And this Brandon guy sounds like a really cool dude.
Yeah, I'd rather hang out with the Brandon guy than trying to have sexual relations with the most popular president.
What in the fuck?
What?
What are you drinking, Joe?
I'm gonna drink. Yeah. I got my normal opener here. I can't. I don't know what to do there. I'm gonna end up going over to Knob Creek. Got some smoked maple.
Yeah.
I like smoking stuff, especially knob.
Ooh.
That's what tonight's all about. Smoking some knob.
All right. Well, I can't follow that. I apologize, guys. I'm dipping into some Johnny Walker Green Label, and I'm not even using a Glencairn because it was dirty. So I'm just using regular glass. And Lynn, that High West Double Rye, I bet that's going to be really good because I've had their Rendezvous Rye, and it's really good. So I have high hopes for you.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's pretty damn smooth. I just took I took my first drink with it on the rocks. Yeah, I'm not a straight drinker unless I really, really have to. Yeah, so far on the rocks, it's pretty damn chill. I like it. It's got a nice little smoothness to it, and it's not really super strong. I can't even read with this mask on anyway. What its proof is. So I'm just gonna have to Google search that shit because I ain't got time for that.
I couldn't read with my mask on, but it wasn't because of the mask. It was because of who it was presenting. I could kind of read a teleprompter and go, sorry.
Wake up!
Anyway.
All right, what are we talking about?
Yeah. What's on the topic of discussion, fellas?
Sorry, Lynn said he was going to be a Skeletor tonight, so I had to get in on the fun a little bit.
Yeah, trivial national depression.
Here's your national pressure. Listen here, fat.
I'll have to step my game up for next week. Damn it!
Oh, now that sounds like a challenge. Let's do it. Tune in next week, folks.
Halloween special, baby. Woo!
Yeah, I'm excited for Halloween. Let's get into our first story. So we all saw the news clips and the stories like Rand Paul grilling Dr. Fauci about whether this was gain of function research and all this other stuff. And, Fauci was like, no, you don't understand. Like, you don't know what you're talking about, and got all pissy and all mad. And he's like, the NIH has never done gain of function research. And then today, the NIH comes out with a report. NIH admits to funding gain of function research on bat coronaviruses in China's Wuhan lab, despite Dr. Fauci repeatedly insisting to Congress that it did not happen. Under oath as well.
Oh, so Fauci lied under oath, but what are we going to do about that?
We're going to read this story.
Chicken, can you put your hands over your ears?
Oh, yeah.
Lynn, can you put yours over your mouth? There you go. That sums this up pretty fucking well, doesn't it?
Yep. In a new letter, NIH's principal deputy director, Lawrence Tabak, says lab rats were infected with the modified bat virus in the Wuhan lab. While never using the term, he essentially confirms that gain-of-function research took place despite consistent denials from Dr. Fauci. In May, Fauci testified that NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan Institute of Virology. The letter shifts the blame to U.S. nonprofit EcoHealth Alliance, which is part of the whole fucking thing again, for not being transparent about the kind of research they were doing. Senator Rand Paul, who was widely mocked for promoting the lab leak theory, which is kind of mainstream now, tweeted the letter writing, "I told you so," doesn't even begin to cover it here. So no matter what you think of Rand Paul, he's been pretty on fucking point with this whole thing, no matter what the narrative has been in mainstream media. Well, no, corporate media. I'm going to stop using the MSM term. It is corporate media. They are paid by corporate donors and oligarchs that people want to tell you what to think and how to act and what to say and what to do. Yeah. Thoughts?
I think you nailed it. Honestly, yeah, I'm not too sure what to say, because usually when you lie in a hearing such as he did, there's usually ramifications. But honestly, what do you think's going to happen?
Personally, I don't think anything's going to happen here. So what Dr. Fauci tried to do, and I'll give Tim Pool credit on this one. This is one that he's actually been very astute with. He was like, so Dr. Fauci, so Rand Paul went out and explained, you took a virus, you made it more infectious to another species, or like he goes on this whole like rant, and he goes, you do not classify that as gain of function research. And so like today, Tim Pool was like, so that's like calling a guy that's supposed to fix your garage door. And he shows up and you're like, hey, can you fix my garage door? He goes, no, I'm not a garage door repairman, but I can fix the thing that blocks people's entry. And you can like slide it up and down on these railings to let vehicles come in and out of your garage. But I'm not a garage door repairman. Like it's saying the same thing without doing the same thing. Like it's just redefining terms, and that's what we've been living with for a while. Tony, I think your mic is muted, sir.
Yeah, you were correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Distinction without a difference. That's just it.
Yes.
I don't understand at this point. Like oh man, like if you trust anybody in the medical field over the last like 2 years, like, and I know there's a lot of tumultuous reputation that goes
trust
with
the
that.
Experts, folks.
Right. But I mean, we all know people that work in healthcare, right? Like personally, we all know people who work in healthcare. And early on, the respect for Mr. Fauci was pretty high. And I think it's waned quite a bit for the general public, but I mean, overall, he's probably still fairly respected amongst those people high up in the medical community. It's stuff like this that makes you go, how do people get away lying in situations like this? Flat out, bold-faced lies with verifiable evidence to show that they are indeed lying, and nothing happens to them. And you can't call this person a politician?
Hold on. You want people to be held accountable?
Yes.
You remember it was just a few weeks ago, we bombed a bunch of kids in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
Can we start there?
I think we should move even further back.
I'll let Fauci walk for a week. Can we just like go back to that decision?
Yeah, no shit, right? I just all these things that people get away with just because they're a person of importance. Meanwhile, we couldn't do anything even remotely close to this. We're getting thrown under an X-ray machine for $600 worth of spending, and this motherfucker can lie to Congress, and we can bomb kids, and there's no ramifications for it. Like Lynn said, it's disgusting and it sucks, but this isn't anything we didn't know. Like, this is what doctors kind of unfortunately do, and it's just kind of accepted because the cold hard truth is they do. Right. But doctors, nurses, whatever, they're not going to be able to explain all their years of medical training to you in a 30-second conversation, right? So we're just supposed to trust them. Well, how are you supposed to trust them when over and over and over one of the highly regarded ones lies to you, and the media can't even hide that.
We got 45 stars coming in from Justin Chris. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, shit. I
Careful,
thought he said...
careful, Yanked. We know how that went last time. Sorry,
Yeah,
boys.
that lasted.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so I just like right now. Here's my biggest problem. You have stories like that. That's a real fucking issue. Meanwhile, you got these dipshits on Twitch and on fucking YouTube talking about how Dave Chappelle's special was bigoted. And meanwhile, nobody gives a shit about these kids that got bombed. You don't give a shit about this guy lying. You don't give a fuck about anything that's going on. You go and troll people on fucking on Facebook and say that the economy's doing really, really well and unemployment's really good. Like, go fuck yourself. Call me a bigot and go shove a dick up your ass. You're a cunt.
Wow. All right, 16 minutes in, and we finally got the C word, folks. He
Hell
did it.
yeah.
16 minutes. All right.
We made it, you guys. We made it.
Yeah, and look at that. Viewership just jumped up.
Say it again. Say it again.
I hit the old like button. I'm trying to figure out on my laptop.
No, the viewership jumps up right before I say it, and then they all hear it, and they're like, "Oh fuck, no! He's saying bigot. He's saying bigot and the C word. Run away!"
Yeah.
I know. For those of you just joining us, I promise
Like,
that's
share.
warranted.
If you like this quality content, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm a guy in a skull mask on the internet.
He's a dude put on a mask to look like another dude, pretending to be
I'm a
another
dude. Disguised as a dude, trying to be another dude.
So, what is Castle Grayskull like this time of year?
It's fucking cold in the D. I
mean, yes. Should we move on to a more fun story?
Yeah,
Because
let's talk some fun.
that was kind of a low one to get in, but I wanted to get it out of the way because I thought it was important. There's a lot of good points to be made there, and it was a good way to call out a fellow podcaster that shall not be named because I do not want to give any. Yeah.
I'll very cringy afternoon on Facebook.
Yes, very cringy.
It's the faceless thumb.
Yeah. We have post-show videos too of it, of Phil being an attachment of my foot.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Got a little wacky and
I got a little weird. Yeah, I might be able to. Right. I might be able to clip that up. Tony, you were super excited about this one. Do you want to jump into this?
I'll read this off. Yeah, this one I don't know. I kept seeing this pop up on my news feed. So my
wife even knew about this. I didn't see this.
I didn't know a whole lot about this, and I'm kind of excited to learn most about it. But apparently, school's way fucking cooler than when we were there, guys. And
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, if you ever wanted to go back, well, they just keep giving us reasons because apparently you don't just get stupid pencils or erasers or fucking bracelets now. Apparently, we're giving away edibles now for doing a good job in class. Like, this is amazing.
Sorry, before we get too deep into this, yes, I was kind of being a dick, but Tom was calling me a bigot, so he had it coming. He's a cunt. Okay, the ultimate punishment. I hope he banned me. I left before he banned me, so I wouldn't be paying attention anyway. I got 5 other channels anyway, so. I'm gonna talk shit on any channel I want. Okay, anyway, sorry, Tony. Go ahead.
All right, so yeah, scroll down. We've got a South Carolina teacher was arrested after a student took a pack of marijuana edibles from a prize box in her classroom. Sheriffs say, "You've got the story. You got to scroll that."
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the prize box. So, like, I'm assuming this was like, okay, you did great on this spell. I want to know how old these kids were. That's what I want to know.
I bet it gets there.
Okay. Teacher was arrested after a student picked marijuana gummies from a prize box, authorities say. South Carolina Sheriff's Office searched her home and found 4 more bags of edibles. No students ate the marijuana gummies, authorities said. And scroll down. Here we go. Thank you. There's this.
I'm on the ball, man. I'm here.
Yes. All right. 27 27-year-old elementary school teacher in Lexington, South Carolina, arrested after authorities investigated claims that the student picked gummies that contained marijuana from a classroom prize box. Victoria Farish Weiss, who turned herself in to authorities Friday, was charged with 1 count of possession on a Schedule I drug. The Lexington County Sheriff's Department said in a statement shared on Facebook. Weiss did not immediately return insiders' request for comment. So apparently South Carolina is not one of the cool states, I'm guessing.
No, they're super old school Republican, like believe in Jesus or die. Yeah,
they'll still legalize it before Nebraska. Sheriff's office said it became involved in the case on September 23rd when it was alerted that a student at Rocky Creek Elementary School had pulled a bag of marijuana edibles from a prize box in Weiss' classroom that was used to reward students. I think we've established that somebody pulled it out of the fucking box article.
This is the most fantastic thing about like journalism today is they rephrase the same paragraph like 4 different ways throughout the whole article. Like, just to make sure you know, there was marijuana in a prize box. Like, all right, I think
and it was pulled. The marijuana was pulled from a prize box at the school by a student at that same school.
Wait, are you telling me that at that school where a teacher teaching, a student that does student stuff pulled out of a container-like thing, maybe a box, that contained a drug such as marijuana? Is that what you're telling me?
It was a prize box, if you will, that the student pulled. The edible marijuana gummy that the teacher put in there all on her own. Damned. The one that teaches school in the public school as a teacher.
Well, I'm just glad we could clarify that. According to a report from
did somebody say there were kids?
Oh, God!
What did they smell like, huh?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
That ain't a kid.
No. Get it out of here. No.
We're just getting into the Halloween spirit, kids.
Authorities said Weiss brought a bag of candy from Dollar General to her classroom and that 2 students were allowed. Oh, my God. They're literally saying it over again.
Now they're going to talk about gummies 5 times.
Yeah. One student grabbed a bag labeled Stony Patch Kids, thinking they were Sour Patch Kids, authorities said. Detectives confirmed during interviews that Weiss took the pack of edibles from the student and took him to pick something else from the box. Sheriff Jay Kuhn said in a statement, the student went back to the box and happened to grab another pack of edibles. So she had more than one in there. Student left with the... Because, I mean, multiple
Well, at least all the kids didn't get them all.
Right.
So, all right. So I got a working theory here. She had some edibles. She got high as fuck. She had to hurry up and make this prize box while she was at home. She forgot what the fuck she was doing. She threw some in there. Next day, she goes, oh, no. That's the kid. What did the kid do again? I forgot. What did the kid do?
I think the kid pulled something from something. I believe it was a box.
Oh, it was like a prize box, right?
That kid may have been a
Was
student.
this in a teacher's room?
Yeah.
In a classroom of sorts?
Yes, of sorts. Not verified, but of sorts.
Oh, wow.
So the student left with the gummies and asked a teacher at an after-school day care program to help him open them. What? Oh, no.
Yes.
That's amazing.
This is fantastic.
Oh, no. Help him open them. The daycare teacher contacted the child's school. Then authorities said the school's assistant principal found another package of them in the prize box. No student ate any of the products.
That you know of.
But yeah, they probably did. And we're
Okay,
just going to pretend like they didn't.
How many parents went home and were like, Mommy, Daddy, can you open this for me? And they were like, fuck yeah, I will.
You're sharing.
They were like, well, yeah, I'm going to get you some of this stuff that we've had from Halloween from last year that I got up in the cupboard, and I'm going to swap it out. And then me and Mommy are going upstairs. Leave us alone. Go to bed.
The gummies were labeled as containing 350 milligrams of THC.
I assume that's for a bag. It's probably like one of those little like snack size bags. That's hefty dose for especially for a kid. That'll fuck an adult up.
See, and we talked about this. I'm trying to remember when and what episode it was, but we kind of talked about this Oh, it was when we were talking about that flyer I got in the mail when they were trying to push it through in Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
The scare tactic pamphlet I got. One of the things they showed the picture of the Stony Patch Kids on that fucking pamphlet. And they're like, they market towards kids. And we're like, no, they don't. And this bitch goes and fucks it all up for everybody. Thanks a lot, Teach.
Thanks, Teach.
Proved us wrong. During a search of her house on the 24th, they found another pack of edibles similar to those that the student picked up out of the box in the classroom. Oh my God. This article is the fucking perfect example of, I've got 200 words, but
it's like,
word essay.
I want to retype this tweet 60 times.
Yeah, I'm gonna retweet this, but I'm gonna reword it every time just so you can't tell. This is
all right. So remember back in the 80s and 90s where some employees of different stores were sticking porno movies in the Disney movies?
Yep. I remember that.
So
service.
what? All right. So riddle me this. What if a dollar store employee had a shitload of bags of gummies and he just stuck it in with the Sour Patch Kids? And this poor teacher bought them, not reading the label. She just, I'm just giving her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's a teacher and she can't read.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't have a bunch of Stony Patch Kids sitting around, but those people that I know that have had edibles before in their possession, they don't typically share them with random people.
Well, I mean, just saying, it'd be like a hell of a good joke, or it'd be like, you need to get rid of all these gummies, and or I'm gonna take you to jail or whatever. And
it'd be a good way to have the first recorded overdose on marijuana.
Okay, so it didn't say in the article. I just kind of skipped ahead on there. It doesn't say what age they were, but they're obviously elementary. They're younger kids. They're in daycare. They need mom and dad to open candy. So these are probably pretty young fucking kids. Probably, second grade or younger, I would imagine.
So you're thinking the teacher's kind of like the one on Billy Madison?
Fuck, dude, that's
the young kindergarten one, the hippie. Not Veronica Vaughn, the kindergarten teacher.
Yeah,
the one that was.
The hippie dippy.
Miss Lippy.
Miss Lippy.
Thank you very much, Miss Lippy. She's sitting there fucking putting the glue on her face.
Nice. Miss Lippy was the best.
She was.
Oh, we need more Miss Lippies in this world.
Yes,
So teachers out there, don't take your stash of gummy edibles to work and give them to kids. That's probably a bad idea.
And for all you parents out there, Halloween's coming up. You better look through the candy just in case. Just saying, you might find some gummies, and it'll be a reward for you. But don't let your kids eat them.
Yeah. Shane Lang. Her fucking car was green, damn it. That's good shit.
You got a pet? That's your fucking dog. You out there find that fucking dog.
I'm just having flashbacks of her reading that fucking story and like, yeah.
Little puppy popped up his puppy head. Yeah.
Finalizing the story here, 18 states and Washington, D.C. have legalized cannabis for recreational use, while 37 have done for medicinal. South Carolina has not legalized the substance at all. So you are in the wrong state to be a hippie kindergarten teacher, Miss Lippy. So,
God damn it, Miss Lippy.
Tony, you missed the best comment as we're talking about Miss Lippy.
I apologize. I was listening the whole time, but I did have to pause because I got my merch, Justin.
Oh, we got our Let's Go Brandon shirt in. Nice.
It's nice to see a shirt. Tony's wearing a shirt with himself on it, which makes him.
I'm like Steve-O.
If you wish to purchase a shirt like that, go check out Yanked Up Podcast. He's on Linkstream and pretty much all platforms. sure you can find his shirt pretty easy. If not, just I don't know. He's in the chat too on Facebook. So there you go. Say, hey, I want a shirt. Give me a fucking shirt, bro. Shane Lang says, "Fuck Joe. I mean, let's go, Brandon." God, why is everybody so mean to Joe all the time?
I know.
Urasama, you need almond milk?
Who doesn't need almond milk?
That's true. That's true. Any final thoughts on teacher gives drugs to her kids? Oh, not even drugs.
I think she's just probably really fucking careless, and obviously for a reason. She's probably stoned most of the time, and I'm guessing she's not great with kids. I mean,
I bet it was a drug deal gone bad. Her kids, she was gonna like, hey, take these gummies to your mom and dad, and the kid grabbed the wrong ones, and shit happens, folks. Drug deals go down at school all the time. You just don't know about
Usually not in elementary with the teacher, though.
That's the best cover, man. The best cover.
Yeah.
Nobody ever thought Miss Lippy would be that type.
Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, these people really love me. Yeah, they all want to fuck me. This is great.
I'm not putting
you
that thing all the way over
can
my
get
head.
yourself a Let's Go Brandon shirt at the link below.
There you go.
Yanked up studios.myspreadshop.com, folks. Order yours today. Not only will it say Let's Go Brandon, it will have Tony fucking G on it. Come on. How awesome is this?
It's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Makes me wish my name was Brandon.
Yeah.
You can change that. You're an adult. You can do that anytime.
I know.
Change
I know. I can also
Do
take
it.
drugs. I can also take drugs to school, but I don't. But
yeah,
it's a wild time to be alive.
It is. It's a fantastic time to be alive. Speaking of which, Lynn, remember how you got me banned off or banned on Twitter?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
That's a perfect response.
That was perfect.
Yes, I remember.
I remember. Tony will go down on Brandon.
Wait a minute. Hang on now.
Yeah, get that up there. Yeah.
You can't prove that.
Skate.
Do you want me to call him?
Hang
I got him
on.
right. I got him right here.
No, don't you do it. Don't you do it. No.
Are you
We're
talking
talking about
me?
Alyssa Milano. You put Joe down.
Sorry.
All right.
So anyway, Alyssa Milano protesting for voting rights. I'm sure that's what she's protesting. Leads to arrest. Do we have a White House trespasser on our hands? A gate jumper? Alyssa Milano protesting? Ding, ding, ding. Who the fuck wrote this? Theblast.com. This is going to be a fucking doozy, folks. Buckle in, because I know this shit writing's going to get fun.
And chock full of ads, I presume.
Yep, a fuck ton of
Sure
ads.
looks like it.
You guys want some Keg real waterproof moccasin things?
Are those
Hell
Kegels?
no.
Kegel?
Kegels?
Kegel.
Keg reels. Keg
Keg
rail.
rail.
It's like
All right.
it's like Kegels for your teeth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Keg reel.
Jesus Christ. The charmed actress was that's in quotations. The actress part should be. The charmed actress was arrested on Tuesday, October 19th at the White House. Milano was there along with many others protesting People for the American Way and People for the American Way Foundation. That like one group? That's too long of a name, folks. Holy shit, they are the PFTAW and PFTAWF. That made my head
That's a
hurt.
real thing?
Yeah. Anyway, progressive advocacy organizations founded to fight right-wing extremism and build a democratic society that implements the ideals of freedom, equality, opportunity, and justice for all. I bet they're not against those things. Or are. We encourage civic participation, defend fundamental rights, and fight to dismantle systemic barriers of equitable opportunity. Oh, this is going to get good. It's going to get good. There's somebody holding a sign, Save Our Democracy, Pass the Freedom to Vote Act. Okay. Let's read on here. Prior to her arrest, she tweeted, "I'm about to risk arrest for voting rights. With Ben Jealous and the activists of People For, we demand the POTUS Act to secure passage of the Freedom to Vote Act, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, and DC statehood. Access to the ballot can't depend on your zip code. Hashtag don't mute our vote." Okay, I got a lot of problems there.
Okay, but first, before we get into those problems, Ashton Grant presents a very good question. If you work at a Samsung store, are you a guardian of the galaxy?
Yes, you fucking are.
Okay.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you be?
I just wanted to clarify.
If you work at a Samsung store, you need everything, any fucking title you can get at that point, because Samsung sucks.
Oh
yeah, you didn't see it coming, did you? You didn't see it coming, did you, bitch?
Dude, I saw that coming from a mile away. I just hit zoom on my Galaxy, and it was way back there.
And it did some AI shit and put me in there. Yeah,
he saw it coming from a mile away, and he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, I was wearing a mask the whole damn time. I was like, "Oh, here it comes with the fucking iPhone comment."
No, I never said iPhone. You guys did.
Yeah. Well, I'm just assuming with your smug fucking tone that you were gonna just. Oh, but the iPhone is so much better. Oh, let me rub my nipples and talk about my iPhone.
Sorry. Did you want an actual new feature? Because we just turned the camera sideways. I'm sorry.
Oh, we got rid of the beveled edges and just made them flat. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll make fun of it too.
edges.
I'll make fun of it too. I was not impressed with the last two iPhones. Anyway,
didn't they change the fucking chargers? And
we are
like
supposed to be
$80?
shitting on Alyssa Milano, not iPhones
Yes,
right
let's
now.
shit on Alyssa
Well, they're
Milano.
equally as shitty.
No, nothing is
Alyssa
equally
Milano
as
uses
shitty as
Apple.
Alyssa Milano.
Well, at
This
least
is
Alyssa
iPhone.
Milano showed her boobs once in a movie. What did iPhone ever do for me?
He's got you there.
I will give you an iPhone and show you what it can do for you. I bet it's yeah. It can show you way more than Alyssa Milano's boobies.
It can show you the world.
world.
Yeah, we knew.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy.
We're
that
on it.
was a little creepy. So okay, I'll just read through here. Alyssa Milano began trending on Twitter, blah blah blah, nobody cares. Biden administration, I was arrested for demanding the Biden administration and the Senate use their mandate to protect voting rights, she wrote. Stand with me and at People Forward, tell the Senate and the White House that voting rights shouldn't depend on where you live. Okay.
All right. So, what was she technically arrested for? What did she trespass?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Right.
Many
Yeah,
of her
there's-
fans were shocked to see that she had been arrested for supporting the Freedom to Vote Act. No, I'm pretty sure she probably broke the law. Like, that's not shocking. One fan responded to her arrest tweet. Did they even tell you how she got arrested? Another impassioned person replied, I don't give a fuck about these weirdies. Another activist and the person, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, yeah, it doesn't say what she did get arrested, because here's what we do in this fucking country now. We don't talk about what laws people broke. We just praise certain people when they have a big enough fucking platform and they're on a certain ideology. When you're like theblast.com, who the fuck has ever heard of this? Theblast.com, what are they known for? Hold on. I'm just gonna go back to the page.
Blasting all over the place.
I mean, it does sound like a porn review, Mag.
Well, anyway, I just started blasting.
About the blast. What's it? It says, you want it, we got it. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a porn thing.
I mean, it 100% sounds like a porn thing. Like, you're gonna sit here and tell me The Blast is not a porn review, Mag? Come on.
Co-founder of TMZ started it in 2017. Okay, yeah, this is great.
So it's a
TMZ
legit.
wasn't enough.
It's a legit news source.
Look at this guy. This is the founder. Is fucking so deep.
Oh,
He's so
look at
deep
that.
in that pee. Yeah, baby.
We should ask this guy what Ashton is asking us right now. If you drop the soap on the floor, is the floor clean or is the soap dirty? It depends
Mind
where you're dropping it.
blown.
Depends on
Yeah.
the floor in which you drop it. That's my answer to that.
Okay, this is a
And
celebrity.
Shang Lang, we will get to that soon.
This is a celebrity gossip fan girl site. That's what this is.
Oh, so we picked the one that's most relatable to us, obviously.
Should we call this number?
I don't know.
We should.
Post show.
Yeah.
Was
We're gonna call that.
like, I don't know. I was gonna ask, was Alyssa Milano like breaking and entering? Was this a like insurrection that failed? Is this
Probably.
I mean,
That's why
what
they
date-
didn't tell you.
what
Well,
date
we
did
changed
it
the
occur? So we can treat it like January 6th. And you know,
Let's see.
the day Alyssa Milano tried to take over the United States government.
October 19th.
October
Insurrection.
19th,
Alyssa
Insurrection
Milano, it's the cunt-surrection day.
Day.
You give me a moment. I'm sorry. Hang on just a second. I remember where I was when I first heard that Alyssa Milano tried to take over the government. I was just on my phone on my break at work, and Chicken told me that it finally happened. Alyssa Milano decided to take measures into her own hand. I still remember the shaking in my bones. It's very traumatic. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, I know I was like several states away, and I didn't even know until hours after the fact, but you've got to respect my trauma, okay? And if you don't, then you're a bigot and you are a racist. Thank you for your time.
That makes me wonder if Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was, present during the dangerous coup attempt.
Well, I
was
was
Alyssa
totally
Milano.
there. Like I was like right down the street buying a hoagie when Alyssa Milano tried to take over the government. Okay,
Where are these
I
noises
actually
coming
wasn't, and I wasn't even like in the same state. But
I mean,
Let's
I was
pretend I
at
was.
work. I was at work in Missouri, but I felt the tension. You could just cut it with a knife at work.
yeah,
And we were all like wondering what was going to happen with our lives.
of course you
I
were at
said-
work because we have record low unemployment.
Yes.
Hey, hold on.
Thanks, Joe.
I got something. I got something really important to say.
What you got?
Get vaccinated.
Whoa! Uh-oh. We're gonna have competing facts in the chat. Here comes Brandon Corblock. Rubber bands last longer when refrigerated.
Do they
Let's
get
go,
longer?
Brandon.
Yeah, let's go,
Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah. Do they get longer though? That's the important question.
Oh, I think they get
Mhm.
tighter.
Yeah, I'd imagine they do.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
That gives me a lot of ideas.
Thank you, 10 to 10 man. Yes, of course. Phil Kiwi, 2024.
Of course. So yeah, nobody cares. Alyssa Milano got arrested for platforming herself on like this fake get out the vote thing for Washington D.C. to become its own state is really what she was really trying to go after. Which it's really funny. It's a city of 200,000 people.
Yeah.
And the federal government purposely sets that up. So they actually took land from Maryland and Virginia. And when they don't use it, they give it back. That's what they like. If they really wanted people to have the right to vote in these certain districts and areas within Washington, D.C., they would say, hey,
That's correct.
give the land back to the state so my vote counts for that state so I can, elect my own senator. But that's not what they're going to do. Because obviously, if they could get a town of 200,000 people
John.
to become a state, what's up, John? If they could get a city of 200,000 people that is 100% lefties to become its own state, obviously, it kind of like, that's a little push and tilt of power there. What should really happen, though, is the sections of Washington, D.C. that are not used by the government should be given back to Virginia and Maryland and let those people vote within their state and elect their elect their own representatives there, along with everybody else in that state. Don't make a new state.
Yeah.
The land's already been taken from the states. Give it back to the states. Let them people vote and go that way. That's what should happen. But
Right.
she's not smart enough to think about it that way or even look into it. She just goes, people here don't have a senator. Oh, like she's not. She's half as smart as AOC, and you know what I think of her.
You love her.
I do. I do so much.
She makes a good old fashioned.
I
Allegedly.
can't verify that.
I wish I could verify that. I'd let her make
Right.
me an old fashioned, and then I would shit on it.
What?
I don't know. I'm sure it would suck. But nobody can make a good old fashioned anymore.
Lynn can.
I'm gonna find out, man, because I'm gonna pour that damn that next drink's gonna be an old fashioned.
The
John's
second,
up in here and he says he loves him some old
Oh,
fashioned.
I fucking love old fashions. The Starlight Lounge in Lincoln made a good one, not a great one. That was probably the second best old fashioned I ever had. The best one I ever had, I was at a bar in Spearfish, South Dakota, and like randomly, I like ordered some food, and I was like, "Can you guys make an old fashioned? I just haven't had one in a while." And oh, fuck it, perfect. The dude was on it, and he's like, "Nobody makes it like I do. I don't follow the recipe here at the bar. This is what I always make them, and everybody loves it when I make them." I'm like, "Well, shit, yeah." And then every time I went back to that restaurant, he was never there, so I never ordered one again. So I gotta chase down this dude one of these days. Go back to Spearfish, South Dakota, and find me Mr. Old Fashioned Man.
We got goals.
I do. I remember these. I remember people who make good drinks.
That's
I remember his face and everything.
I mean, you know, a good
I
cocktail
kind of
party.
wanted to sleep with him. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so should we move on to
Oh, so you met you?
Oh, you want to
met
move on to
fucking-
something non-controversial? Okay, let's go. As trans Netflix employees
Yeah.
protest, Dave Chappelle's fans pick his sold-out London show. Let's go, Dave.
Let's
Chappelle.
go, Dave.
Yeah. Controversy around the closer has snowballed since its release October 5th. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it. It is objectively funny, especially when he talks about impossible pussy. Like, I'm sorry. It's the best. It's the best joke on the whole damn thing. Anyway, Dave Chappelle is planning a 10-city U.S. tour for a special. Unlikely that the streamer pulls the show, according to fans who attended the sold-out London gig on Wednesday evening. According to multiple attendees, Chappelle indicated that he would visit 10 cities across the... Here we go again. This is NBC. We're just going to repeat the same sentence in different order and make 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Tired of this.
We need
God.
cliff notes from some of these fucking places.
That's the only thing I like about Daily Mail. Daily Mail gets a lot of stuff wrong. They do a terrible job editing. Half the words are spelled wrong, but they give you bullet points. Like if you don't want to read the whole thing, they like give you bullet points of each paragraph. We talk about these things, and you can skip ahead and say, "Okay, I don't like that bullet point. What are they talking about?" And you can go to that paragraph.
Yeah.
I digress. So yeah, not everybody. This is turning into this like weird little clickbait mob online. So open the show making fun of a fellow streamer that used to jump on here with us, and not so fond of this gentleman as of late. And his show tonight was literally dedicated to shitting on Dave Chappelle's special and calling everybody who liked it a bigot. When this is like when you create a divisive like conversation like that, and you pigeonhole people into whatever because they thought something was funny. Here's the thing: laughter and jokes can be subjective. Sometimes they're objective. The thing with comedy and actual stand-up comedy is there's sometimes you hear something that you know is offensive, you know it's wrong, and you shouldn't laugh at it, but you still go and then you're like, oh shit. I mean, that happens to all of us, whether it's, sometimes this shit's bigoted, sometimes it's racist, sometimes it's sexist, but sometimes things are just objectively funny. There is objective comedy in this world. Sometimes there is subjective comedy to where you're like, you hear the setup to the joke and you just like, you already turn yourself off to it. These are real things. But what Dave Chappelle does in all of his specials. I watch any of his specials, anybody. I don't give a shit what he's making fun of. At least one point through that whole thing, you're gonna just naturally laugh at something he says in there because it's fucking funny. That's it. That's why comedians are who they are. That's why Dave Chappelle is the fucking biggest comedian ever. The only reason people are shitting on him right now is because he didn't fall into the right tribe that they wanted him to. And he has massive cultural value. He can make change in the cultural show, like the cultural war and cultural showdown that we're all seeing happen online. He has more power than anybody. It's silly, it's sad, but when he says something, his tribe follows, and they are loud, and they follow hard, and they shit on everybody along the way. So, I don't like everything Chappelle said. I thought his Sticks and Stones was great. That was like one of the best. Closer was pretty good. Wasn't his best one, but it was pretty damn good. And some of the like weird shit, like the victimizing and like the politics that gets thrown in there, I just kind of ignore it because I'm like, oh, though that's just how he feels. If you can't look at something and go, well, that's just how he feels about things, and look past it. If you get a butt hurt because Dave Chappelle is kind of a lefty, well, then fuck you too. It goes both ways. If you can't take a fucking joke, whether it's a trans joke, a racial joke, or a Jewish joke, or whatever, if you can't take a fucking joke, then stop watching comedy and shut the fuck up about it. Like, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's pretty much fair. You're right. Like, comedy used to just be comedy, but now we can't just have comedy because we have to accept that everybody is not going to accept comedy as comedy, and we can't appreciate it for being an art form. We have to break it down to a molecular level and find something in there that, exactly like Dalton says, I'm triggered. We have to break down even comedy that's intentionally supposed to be funny because you're supposed to take the realism out of it. Like, we can make fun of real things. We used to be able to, and appreciate it for the comedic value that it has. Like Daniel Tosh said, everything is funny. Everything can be funny. But now nothing can be funny. And it's just a sad, sad world.
I found it really interesting that it was the left that pushed comedy to the fucking boundaries that we're at today. And now they're the ones trying to pull it back. Like the lefties are actually being the conservatives in this whole thing. It's kind of funny to watch. A day on Venus lasts longer than a year on Venus. Fuck you, Brandon. You just blew my mind.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty fucking nuts. Holy
Let's
shit.
go, Brandon.
I don't know. If offensive comedy is, I don't know. If it wasn't funny to have offensive comedy, why did 30 years ago Andrew Dice Clay sell out stadiums across the United States? He was like one of the first comedians to go out and do full stadiums, and all of his shit was like anti-Semitic. It was sexist. It was racist. It was homophobic. The whole nine. I mean, obviously, it was the late 80s, early 90s when he was in his heyday, but Jesus. I mean, I don't know.
And it was kind of rapey. He had a lot of rapey jokes, too.
Yeah.
I was in that
Wouldn't fly
time
today.
of my life when Sam Kinison was out and Eddie
the
Murphy
greats.
had like Delirious and Raw and like all these the greats.
Yep.
Richard Pryor was just what the hell? We go from when I grew up, it was Richard Pryor being the king.
Back in my day.
And like, he was the GOAT, and now Chappelle's the GOAT, and everybody's, crying about him. And it's like, dude, he ain't half as offensive as half the motherfuckers like 30 years before him.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. We're either going to have like more comedians come out to get even raunchier and more politically incorrect out of this, or it's just going to end with Chappelle, and we're going to have the last funny comedian will be Dave Chappelle, and everybody else be afraid to say something offensive, and we're all just going to have no comedy, and we'll all just look like me.
Now it's like you have to take it to such an absurd level that you have to break through the woke barrier to get an offensive joke across. Like, you have to be so over the top offensive and ridiculous that people can't help but see the craftsmanship that went into making the joke. It's such a weird level because
Yeah.
You have to go so far just to get a point across now to make a joke stick and have it beat the wokeness that's going to come out outraging about it. It's so weird.
When everybody only sees it as the negative, that's how you're going to perceive it at all times. So I don't know, anybody who's just like shitting on comedians, Dave Chappelle, or anybody that's just like trying to have fun through this. We have lived through the shittiest fucking time of our lifetime. Yeah, Lynn just died. Yeah, Lynn's been dead. Can't you tell? Look at his face.
Looks like shit.
It looks like shit. No, we've been living through like the shittiest last year and a half, 2 years of most of our adult lives. Now, some people have had it worse. Let's not lie. And honestly, in all of mankind and all of history, we think of the last year and a half, 2 years as like some of the shittiest times of our lives. It's still a million times better than the life of anybody who lived 100 years before us.
Yeah.
And we have these cockbags. Jesus, your mic got super loud all of a sudden, Lynn. Holy shit.
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. My bad.
I don't know. It like switched over. But no, these cockbags are like complaining about a fucking these jokes that are meant to be silly. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to be real. Here's the thing that I think, like, you get these dumb podcasters, you get these dumb Twitch personalities, you get these dipshits that get online and just try to piggyback off of Dave Chappelle's success by criticizing Dave Chappelle on something that's woke, and they want to get woke credits and they want to get clickbait because they know people like me are going to get in there and, say, well, do you have an impossible pussy too? Is that what your problem is? Are you offended by that joke? And so it gets them the views. This is the problem today, is it's all attention based and nobody can find the nuance. The whole Dave Chappelle special was really a story about a transgender friend of his that fucking killed him, or killed himself, herself. I don't know what the proper pronoun was. But it was a very powerful, impactful story. And regular people in this world hear that story and go, oh shit, that's relatable. I know somebody who's, transgender or knows somebody else who's transgender. Like, man, yeah, it makes them real. And when they miss the point that Dave Chappelle did, it was, he knows that the transgender community is real. He makes jokes about it, goes through the tribalistic things of everything, and has fun with it just to show that we're all fucking people. And you need to find your tribe and you need to move on with life and stop fucking being such a bitch about everything. And it was like fucking tone deaf to all these dipshits. It's so frustrating to me that some people just can't. Yeah, identity first. That is exactly it. Identitarianism is fucking poisoning so many young people today. They're all about this victimhood, and I am this, and this is who I am. Fucking stop. Dude, I'm fucking 36 years old. I'm not even 100% sure I know who I am. I don't think most people know really who they are, because one, you're not old enough, you haven't lived enough, and holy fuck, until I'm in a nursing home, I'm probably going to sit there and question most of the shit I've ever said in my life and go, maybe I shouldn't have done Dog and Chicken Show and called Alyssa Milano a cunt 3 times on one show, but god damn it, it was fun and I'm happy I did it.
Make it 4.
Was that a good enough rant? Fuck.
No, I liked it. I did want to mention a couple comments here. We've got Shane Lang says talking about the woke bullshit makes it worse. I mean, I can get under that sentiment, because sometimes giving stuff credence by discussing it does.
Usually we don't talk about it on here. Usually we kind of make fun of it and move on.
But I think it's getting to a point, even amongst the woke, that they realize that it's getting to fucking outrageous levels. Urasama said, I think they're shitting on Chappelle because he sees trans people as humans before he sees them as trans, and they don't want that. And that's 100% right, because as soon as you acknowledge that the person in question is not special because they want to be treated special, they get offended for being treated special because they want to be treated special. And it's a fucking catch-22, and it's just this cycle of bullshit. He's treating them as humans.
Don't you open a door for me because you think I'm a woman?
Yeah.
But why don't you open that fucking door for me, you
Exactly.
piece of shit? Fucking
This is having your cake and eating it too, and then demanding another cake, and if it's not the right flavor, and then you change your mind after it's made. Yeah. Awful. Yes, Lynn.
All right, so it's kind of a related thing since it's about trans talk and whatnot. But y'all heard that Superman's bisexual now, right?
Yeah.
Superman's son is
Yeah, Superman's son. His name is John, and he's apparently he likes to double dip, I guess. So,
Hold
people
on.
were
Cork
shitting
pop,
on
cork pop.
what?
Cork pop, right?
Oh, ooh,
Not bad.
had a nice one. So people are shitting on, was it Dean Cain who played Superman on the original show? I mean, he wasn't even the greatest Superman ever at all, by far. But anyway, he wasn't really shitting on it. He was just saying, hey, this isn't really that powerful and extreme and challenging and brave anymore because we've already had gay superheroes. We already had bisexual superheroes. This is just placating to the woke masses or whatever. And it's basically what he was saying. And everybody's shitting on him saying, oh, he's just being homophobic. Now, he was basically, they were shitting on him because he was conservative and he was voicing his opinion that, hey, this really isn't that, brave anymore because this is 2021 and nobody really gives a shit. But now it's a news story. And that was kind of what he was saying, but they made him out to be the bigoted bastard from the right that was just shitting all over the story or whatever. So I don't know. I just caught that sometime in the last week that I'd mention it because it was just stupidity as usual.
Yeah, they're
Anybody
afraid that they
watch
can't
any
get
of
over
that?
new characters, so we have to take like one of the most established characters and turn them bisexual because reasons. I didn't
care. I really don't give two shits. They've redone Superman and Batman so many fucking times, and they've raped the character so many fucking times.
Well,
you might as well just I don't care anymore.
The people that get pissed off about Superman being changed to bisexual, there's no reason to get pissed off about an alternate version of Superman because the entire epitome of comic books is how many versions of that comic book character are there. You're going to get mad because one of them is bisexual. The next fucking iteration is going to be trans. Who gives a shit? Because that is the entire...
They're just trying to sell a piece of paper.
If you look, how many different versions of the Superman comic book have there been over the years? Just because the new version is bisexual doesn't mean every character dating back to its origin is now bisexual.
Lynn, remember when we were kids, they did the one where like Superman dies and then like a whole bunch of other Supermen like kind of come up and
that's where Steel came out of.
Yeah. That was cool. That was like you got this diverse group of different fucking superheroes that came out of it, and it told like several stories, and then they all like came into one. That was art. That was good.
I got a cringe one for you in the same era. Remember when the Punisher got caught by Jigsaw and they went into prison and Jigsaw cut his face all fucking up and he escapes from prison as the Punisher and he goes and sees a plastic surgeon and guess what? The Punisher's black. A plastic surgeon made the Punisher black. You can Google this. You can look it up.
So technically, he gave him blackface?
Yes, they put the Punisher in blackface. And then he walked around the streets in New York as a black man, and all of a sudden he started hanging out with Luke. Was it Luke Cage?
Yeah.
The bulletproof black guy from the whole damn story. This all like I had like all of these comics as a kid, and I'm going, what the fuck is going on here? It was cringe to me as like 13 years old. And I was reading a story online the other day, and look, Joe's even fucking interested. But yeah, they were talking about how cringe this shit was. I'm like, you were correct, and I read all of it. And he turns back, like he does the Michael Jackson where he fades to white again, towards the end of the story. But you can Google this shit. The Punisher became a black guy for at least 6 issues, like back in the mid '90s. So yeah, there's that, guys.
Will he be my running mate in 2024? I need a black guy because this black chick sucks.
Well, Frank Castle is now
Literally.
currently white, according to the comic book lore. So,
Literally.
sorry, Joe.
Literally, my vice president, the black chick, she sucks. I need a black dude. It's the only way I can get voted back in.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, Joe. Give it up.
Come on.
I like your mic.
There you go.
If I
Now
sniff
rub your
the-
nipples.
If I sniff the mic, am I sniffing Tony?
So fucking weird.
Hey,
Jesus.
do you guys think it's time to check on Tom at all?
You know, he was streaming. We know he was streaming. We should probably. I mean,
Jump
he
on
is one of
over.
the words.
Let's see what he's doing.
Let's
See what
just
he's
check
doing.
in.
I don't know. He
Tom,
banned me from the chat because I.
Well, we're gonna check in on him because he had a very spirited debate with you guys earlier. So how you
Did
doing?
you call
Tom?
him a? Did you call him a cunt?
Oh
Almost. I didn't quite get there.
shit, he's sleeping.
I
Come on.
did
You guys wore
ask
him
him.
out.
I didn't ask him. I did flat out tell him that I am reconsidering because I've always thought of him as a low quality person, but not necessarily a. Yeah, I'm really debating this because there's.
You guys need to fuck and get it over with.
I don't know if this is reconcilable. I really don't. I honestly I don't know. He's gone so fucking far cringe left weird like off the wall.
It's the controversial statements, and that's what he's always done. It's just right now.
Yeah, but when he gets called out on him, he has no fucking recourse for it, and like that's why he won't come on here anymore because he won't say that shit on here because we know we'll put his fucking feet to the fire, just like fucking Joe Rogan did to goddamn Sanjay Gupta. Like that's the type of moment you get with Tom whenever he comes on here and be like, "Did you just really say that? Hold on, no, we're not changing the subject.
Yeah.
Did you really just fucking say that? Did you let that just fucking happen?" Like.
No, and we know. I'm positive right now he's talking about us. So I didn't.
Yeah,
get
those-
that, so maybe he's not talking about me.
Those stupid Midwestern rednecks don't know what the hell they're talking about.
So I have no idea what you're talking about there, Shangling. You want some popsicle? Yeah, baby. I'm gonna sniff this mic.
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse. This is good mic. All right, shit just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah. It's the skull mask, man. I bring out the weirdness in everybody. Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's good times. It's good
This is-
times.
I'll probably wear it even when the beard grows back too, just for shit.
Yeah. Should we go? Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to give a quick review on this. Fucking amazing smell. It's like maple bacon. Like holy fuck! It's a super strong smell with the maple bacon. Then you taste it. The first sip, you're like, this is like candy. This should be illegal. And then after like 4 sips, you're like, okay, this is a bit much. I like maple. I like bacon a lot. Well, holy fuck, give me some alcohol in this. I would have to cocktail this with something that I want to taste like bacon, or I would have to pair this with some pork. Yeah. It is fucking thick. It is fucking thick on the bacon and the maple flavor. Like, holy shit. I feel like I'm drinking syrup. Now granted, I'm diabetic, so I don't eat syrup. And I haven't had syrup in like fucking 5-6 years, and tasting this is fucking amazing. And I kind of want to just pour it on fucking anything. I have all kinds of sexual thoughts right now because I haven't had maple syrup in a long time.
So you're saying this is a breakfast whiskey?
Sure. Anyway,
I like bacon.
yeah, we all like
I
bacon.
too enjoy
All right.
bacon.
So while you're at
More
it,
like
I'm
syrup
gonna,
than bacon, but you get a little bacon in.
I'm gonna pop open this this freaking High West old fashioned basically barrel finished cocktail. Well, it's from Utah. We got to do it. You ready?
Yes.
Woo!
Not bad.
Ooh. It squirted a little bit.
Oh,
Giggity.
it did. I got it on the rocks as well, but let's get her tried. I got a pre-sniff. Not a bad smell. Kind of nice and sweet, actually.
Got to smell better than that plastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Gotta let that soak for a second, man. That was actually.
I've never noticed this before until tonight, but you have a huge overbite, Lynn.
Yeah, just a little bit. I would identify myself as like a Simpsons character, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, just the way their overbites are.
Shane Lang wants to know if the Skeletor has been vaccinated. Just checking.
Shane, I'm going to go ahead and say I have been vaccinated. Hail Hydra. Sorry, it was either that or sell my house and move back to Nebraska, and I ain't doing that shit. So yeah, it was get the jab or get fired. So guess what I did?
Or you could have bought a farm. That's what Tim Pool tells everybody to do.
Yeah, I could have bought a farm, been a farmer. Yeah,
go buy a farm and live off the land if you don't want to be a part of
wet money, Tim Pool, you son of a bitch. But anyway, hold on. Yep, that does taste like a pre-made fucking cocktail. And this bottle says it makes 32 cocktails. And
not your size though.
No.
Yeah, not my size. No,
it's
obviously.
Probably gonna make about 8 cocktails for you.
So I went with this size of cocktail, and it is pretty damn decent for.
John says, "Fuck that! Move to Texas and buy some sheep."
Well, here's the thing. No, I decided to join the sheep, and therefore I am I'm in Hydra now. Hence the skull mask, and yeah, Hail Hydra,
Hail Hydra,
get vaccinated. No. It's like Joe Biden's fucking little mask just popped up on my screen here. It was like,
no, but I will make
into the microphone again. The fucking creepy bitch.
I will make it my statement that if you feel strongly against doing the one thing that we're not supposed to talk about on this platform, then by all means do you. If you can afford to deal with the ramifications that whatever job wants to fucking give you. In my case, I could not. So I was forced. So I do feel raped. I do feel owned.
Yep.
And yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm shamed.
Urasama, so I brought this up, and Lynn, I don't know, maybe we can talk a little bit how you like when this came down for me. This was like a month and a half ago. I had to start making those choices. I had financial shit. Like I love Urasama's like sentiment. I'm gonna buy an RV, I'm gonna live off the lake and shit like that. Like yeah, like that's like where my mind is at now. That's what I want to get to, but. Like when it came to the time to make that decision, I was like, well, it's like I can't just fucking ruin everybody's lives because I am not really excited about this. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't like 100% like fucking burn all the vaccines. Like I wasn't that like hard up. I just was like, hey, give it some time, bro. Like before you like push it on us. Like I want to know everything that I possibly can. And we know we all didn't get the time for that. But then I was like, I can't ruin my family's life over that. Half through my life. So, you know, I've had fun so far. If it fucks me over, it fucks me over. But at least I can protect my family moving forward. So I went ahead and took it, kept my job. And like, but now I'm like doing everything I can to get off of the financial system to where if I have to, like, if they want to give me a booster shot in 18 months, here's my goal. In 18 months, if they're like, you have to take a booster shot to keep your job, I'm going to be like, my goal is to be able to say fuck off in 18 months. Completely off financial needs and to where I could just go fucking,
buy a farm.
I could buy a farm and just grow some corn and sell
Speaking
it.
Of farms and growing corn.
Did someone say farm? Holy shit! Like, I'm sorry. It's just like yes. Oh, well. And folks, you thought you were gonna get out of this show without the King of Extreme. Well, I am here, folks. Welcome. It is glorious to be here. But yes, Chicken, I think you're making a joke about Tim Pool's buy a farm meme.
Yeah, just go buy a farm. You're fine.
Okay,
you can do that.
All right, Timmy boy. There's something I need to tell you. Okay, I looked up your net worth. I remember, wasn't it like 2.2 million or something like that?
Tim Pool, yeah. Tim Pool's like 2 million.
Okay, so $2 million, Tim. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with your whole buy a farm. Okay, you're going to buy your farm. You're going to buy your farmyard. You're going to buy your farmhouse. You're going to buy your equipment. You're going to buy your seed stock. Then you're going to plant your seed stock. Then something's going to break. Then you're going to pay for that repair. Then something's going to break again. And then you're broke. That's what's going to happen. Most farms are a multi-generational concern for a reason, because it just takes so much time to get the resources to actually have a farm. So this idea, when Tim Pool was telling people, no, don't do that. Just go get a farm. Just go buy a farm. Why wouldn't you just go buy a farm? Tim, it ain't that fucking easy. And so to me, that's kind of like learn to code. That's kind of like the
Yank wanted to mute you, Phil. He's like, damn, used up all my stars.
Well, I mean, granted, I get it.
Reminder, folks, if you're on Facebook, every 100 stars mutes Phil for 1 minute.
Yes. Now, none of you at home, you ain't got the moxie. You ain't got the guts. You ain't got it within you to try and mute Phil KOE, because this is your chance, folks, to shut this face up. But I know none of you can do that. But now a couple of things I wanted to kind of circle back while I was driving here, and I heard you.
Ooh, Pasaki.
He's gonna Saki this show real quick.
First of all, you were talking.
I'll be listening. I gotta go pee real quick, but I'll be listening. Go ahead.
You were talking about the Superman, the controversy of the Superman comic, and I've asked younger people, and I've asked members of the LGBTQ community, what are their thoughts on this? And what's funny is the diehard Superman fans hate it, because you're changing something that's seen as kind of you're kind of retconning the character, and people just hate that. And then what's funny though is, so the people that buy it hate it. The people that the market they're trying to appeal to
won't buy it.
Well, yeah, they don't care. I'm not really into DC. I'm more into Marvel, and that's generally what I get from the few that I've asked, either young people or folks in the LGBTQ community. And that was just one thing I wanted to mention. And also another thing that you guys were talking about, where you hear all is lost, the end is nigh, it's just so terrible, everything's awful. It's a very odd paradox that I've noticed in our modern world, is especially when I go into these Twitch panels, there will be people that are in these homes where they are lit, they have access to internet and computers, they are well fed, and they are safe. And all they will tell you is how it has never fucking been so bad. And it's such a very strange paradox that we find ourselves in, that, the nicer, the more advanced it looks like your civilization, the more existential crisis you come across. It's a very strange point where we find ourselves in. But yes, and also Brian Laundrie is the self-checkout fucking employee of the day. So yeah, he checked himself out, and that's it. There's no more Brian Laundrie.
I was trying to get the article pulled up before we jumped into that.
I mean that's a topic that hasn't
out.
hit me yet.
Oh, yeah, and now what's funny is, Tony, you've had a bit different train of thought. I'll let you get into that. But to me, this is kind of what I always expected was going to happen, is his remains are going to be found. And because it's Florida, he probably, according to Norwalk IRL, smash that like button, share with one of your badass friends. It has to be one of your badass friends. I'm sorry.
No,
it can't just be
not just Norwalk. More than one. Share with all your badass friends.
Yes, every person. Every person you should do nothing but annoy with our links. I mean, I'm sorry. That's
Phil,
the least minimum.
I wanted to add something to that Superman thing, because apparently the other thing Dean Cain was bitching about was that they got rid of truth, justice, and the American way as one of Superman's things he fights for, and now it's about climate change. And so Superman's gonna fight climate change.
Well, yeah, it's
Instead of
justice in a
evil
better
fucking
tomorrow.
aliens out to destroy the fucking world and people trying to kill him and Lex Luthor, you have factories, and he's going to become
Superman.
Captain fucking Planet.
I was gonna say we don't need Superman for that. We've got Captain fucking Planet. Come on.
Well, no, Captain Planet's gone. I mean, he's gone. Apparently, he's dead
For now,
so
until well, how long till they retcon that franchise?
they got to make him transsexual. That's all I'm saying. If Captain Planet comes
I
back,
can't wait.
he better
for
be,
retcon of Captain
or
Planet. That is.
he
gonna
better
be.
be.
Disaster.
You know, if he
Oh
should
no,
be
no,
pan,
he's going to be other.
he should be
kid.
pan.
He's going to be other
Pansexual
kid.
Captain Planet.
Oh,
They them. Captain Planet.
pansexual. Are you kidding me? Like that's been around since Madonna. That's not like they're going to have to do something. Like I think they're going to go other kid. I think they're going to go like Captain Planet thinks he's actually half dolphin.
So the theme song, Captain Planet, they's our hero.
Oh,
So okay, we're gonna get into this story, and I wanted to circle back some of the earlier comments. Shang Lang had a really great one. This is gonna kick us off. I hear they found Brian Laundrie's torso. His legs must have never stopped running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And Brandon Korblick said Brian Laundrie might know this fact. A crocodile can't stick out its tongue.
Oh.
Thank you, Snapple. Thank you. Let's go,
Ouch.
Brandon.
Yeah, like and yeah, that's where I got my joke. I saw a meme on the way here where it was Brian Laundrie pointing behind him, and it was self-checkout lane. And I was like, oh, because that's what I think happened. I think he thought, well, the critters will carry me off, and it'll just remain a mystery what happened to me. So he thought he's.
I haven't looked too closely into this.
Brian's proof that alligators can take out the laundry.
Wow. That's terrible.
Well done.
Thank
You should feel bad.
You should feel awful, but that was well done. That was well done.
All right, so let's get into this because I have not looked very, very closely into this since it was announced because I have not paid super close attention to this story from the get-go, but this is coming from Yahoo News. We all know by now what's happened. The body's found. They're saying it's Brian, right? So human remains found in Florida confirmed to be those of Brian Laundrie. If these Yahoo ads go away, I can actually read the story. The FBI confirmed Thursday that it had found the remains of Brian Laundrie, the 23-year-old fiance of the late Gabby Petito and the only person of interest in her death. In a statement, the FBI's Denver field office, which has been leading the investigation, said a comparison of dental records confirmed that the human remains found in the Carlton Reserve and the Mayacacacchi Creek Environmental Park in Sarasota County, Florida on Wednesday were those of Laundrie. Stephen Bertolino, an attorney for the Laundrie's parents, said police came to their Northport, Florida home late Thursday afternoon to notify them. On Wednesday, partial human remains, as well as a backpack and notebook belonging to Laundrie, were found along a trail in the Mayacacacchi Park, which is adjacent to the 24,565-acre Carlton Reserve, where Laundrie's parents told police they believed he was headed when they reported him missing last month. So let's stop right there. And there, of course, Brian and Gabby before, well, both of their alleged deaths now. So what happened yesterday? Now, apparently they've been the parents have been the people of interest in this thing the whole time that he's been missing. And he's not been missing. He fucking left. Okay, he left. And they went and they said, hey, where the fuck is he? Oh, he went that away. And they went that away to look for him. He wasn't missing. He fucking ran away, okay? That's not missing in my book. That's on the goddamn run. And they have been doing nothing. They've been sitting on their ass, doing nothing, plant and garden. There's a lot of TikToks about them gardening in their backyard, so that's pretty cool. They've been doing nothing. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue yesterday, Brian's parents could say, okay, yeah, we want to help. Okay. So they go with the FBI out there.
And within wouldn't you know,
within an hour, they start finding his items. And apparently she's carrying a bag with her during this game of hide and seek. And you're telling me, no, she didn't just scatter all these fucking items. Yeah, they just randomly found these now, right? Okay, sure they did. So they find a bunch of items.
Allegedly.
Today they find a body, and within hours they confirm via dental records that this is him. So, what are you guys' thoughts so far? We'll finish the rest of the story, but what do you guys think so far?
I like where the
first thought-
Dan
first
Brown novel
thought-
you got in your head going. I like
First
where that's
thought,
going.
100 stars, mute Phil for 1 minute. That's important.
Damn you all!
Yeah. Okay. So Phil loves almond milk, and he was drinking almond milk allegedly with Brian Laundrie in Florida. May have led to Brian's
demise.
Yeah, it's quite possible. Because I think Brian had superior almond milk, and Phil got jealous that he couldn't make such a good product.
Makes sense.
Man,
Jealousy is a stinky perfume.
It is. It is quite the stinky perfume. Any other thoughts on Phil's almond milk and Brian Laundrie situation?
I just know that I'm sure Phil probably saluted him with a nice big tall glass of almond milk when he found out that Brian had perished. And I like.
Did he pour a little out for his homie?
Poured a little out for the homie. I want to know if it was Silk or Almond Breeze. Phil, which one was it?
Almond milk or death. That's what. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
We're
Thanks.
serious
Dalton.
about the almond milk over here, Dalton. Hot diggity.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right.
And 5, 4,
Back.
3, 2, 1. Phil is unmuted.
Well, first of all, fuck you guys. God damn, really? Fucking throwing me under the Brian Laundrie bus. Fuck you guys.
I wasn't going to
God.
go that route. Chicken went that
Yeah.
route. Along for the ride.
No mercy.
And then you say, like, I like almond milk, which is bad, but no, like, here's the thing, folks. I always come to the conclusion that I
Did
am
somebody
not,
say almond milk?
no, thank God.
Sorry.
I don't celebrate people's deaths, but I'm not going to mourn certain people's deaths because that's just kind of how I like to go about. So, like, I'm not going to like, fuck you, like, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm going to make the jokes because they're funny, but I'm not going to like celebrate and spike a football over somebody that died because C.S. Lewis once wrote, I will celebrate the death of no man because I am part of mankind. And so I too am in some way diminished by their passing. And even
What about Hitler?
even hang on, I'm getting there because that's the first thing. Well, what about the bad people? What about the awful people? There's bad people out there that die, and we should celebrate them. No, if they did not come to the conclusion that they are on the wrong path, they did not see the error of their ways before their passing, then yes, we are absolutely all diminished by their passing. So yes, that even the bad people, if they didn't realize the error of their ways, then yes, the world that we live in is very much the product of that unfortunate reality. Now, Brian Laundrie, I'm not going to celebrate it, but I don't have to fucking mourn that asshole, so fuck him.
Tomfoolery is stream sniping us. I got one thing for you. Hold on here. Let's get back to the right here, buddy. Right
I said this earlier. I'm like, you guys gave him enough content to stream all night. So this is
well,
your
he's got to
fault.
find content
So you mean
somewhere,
I missed the
and he's
fun
got to
part?
call somebody a bigot. So, like,
Hey, let's check on him real quick. See how he's doing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's out top. God.
Yeah,
damn.
let's move on. We don't care about Tom.
So,
All right,
but
so let's
so
get back to
Tony,
this.
I got to know, what are you thinking here? You seem to have a theory here about this Brian Laundrie situation, and I got to hear it.
Oh, there he goes.
I don't know. We're the one I had. pulled.
This is the one that I had. Human remains found in Florida Reserve confirmed to be Brian Laundrie, says FBI. Remains, which were described as skeletal, were confirmed using dental records. So a lot of theories. He was found in a swamp. So, like, what happened? Did like gators get to him? Like, what the hell's going on here? I don't know. I haven't read the story, Tony. I mean, we can keep it on the screen if you want to read through this one, or like, what do you know about this? Because, like,
The gist.
I still don't care about Vangirl. I still don't care, but it's part of us now. We've done this for 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
It's very unprofessional of you, chicken.
I know, very unprofessional.
At this point, I'm looking at the entire.
Can I pause that real quick? I did a gaming stream the other day. This whole unprofessional thing that I caught shit for, making fun of somebody's last name on that one YouTube video that I fucking posted. I was doing a live stream playing fucking Rocket League, and like nobody's watching. Some random dude comes in with his last name was McPhail. I can't make this shit up. It was Mick, Phail. And all the shit I've caught for making fun of people's last names, he pops in, and I'm like, bro, that's a super unfortunate last name. like, your last name's McPhail? What the fuck? Sorry, I just had to throw that in there before I forgot, but I just caught so much shit for it. But I was like, people with shitty last names are attracted to like fucking coming and talking to me. It's so fucking weird. I don't get it.
It is
all right, Tony.
It is,
anyway,
man.
what's going on with Brian Laundrie? Like he's dead and drink.
Hey,
No.
Take a sip of Fanta.
So if you haven't read down below, drinking words. If Tony's kids interrupt the show, yeah, that's
close that door.
Gravel.
So
Mazel
we're gonna finish this Yahoo News article. Bertolino said on Wednesday that Laundrie's parents had gone to the park to search for their son that morning and met with the police and the FBI. Yeah, we touched on that, and it's so convenient that they just magically decided to do this that morning, and they found stuff within an hour. Crazy. Chris and Liberto Laundrie went to the park, and after a brief search of a trail that he frequented, some articles belonging to him were found. The remains were found in an area that until recently was underwater, the FBI said. Sarasota County Medical Examiner's Office and a cadaver dog from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office were called in to assist in the investigation. Earlier Thursday, NBC News reported that the remains were skeletal and included a part of a human skull. Laundrie's parents reported him missing on the 17th of September, 2 days before Petito's body was found. And now we're just going to rehash everything, blah, blah, blah. Autopsy was conducted. Yeah, so now we're just going to rehash everything. So anyway, what do I think?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, are you telling me that Brian Laundrie's parents are better at tracking their son than Dog the fucking bounty hunter?
Not just Dog, but the entire FBI and police department.
Apparently, Brian Laundrie's parents need to have their own fucking show where they go around and search for people because they are like fucking Daryl from The Walking Dead with like tracking abilities like you wouldn't even fucking fathom. They just give them fucking crossbows and send them out into the woods, man, because Brian Laundrie's parents could find a fucking good
Can I just throw something in here? If Brian Laundrie was like 10 years younger, I could sniff him out for you.
He'd have been 13.
But so what you're saying is, if you guys have ever seen the movie The Hunted, starring Benicio del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones,
I remember that one.
They're both like these super trackers that can just like find like one little broken twig in the wood. Like, well, he's been right over there. Don't worry. If I'm not back in 2 days, that'll mean I'm dead. So what Lynn is getting at is that you think that the Laundries must make Tommy Lee Jones' character look like just nothing. They need to start taking their pointers from that. So that's what you're allegedly.
This
saying.
is all based off of me watching footage of him mowing the lawn. I know he's the best fucking tracker that you could ever fucking find ever.
Shane
on
says
his lawn mowing abilities.
Shane Lang says, I don't know if this guy is dead, as I personally don't care. I also don't know if this guy is guilty. What's funny is this guy trusted an alligator pit before the court of law. That's fucking true. The court of law may have saved this guy if he was innocent.
It's a kangaroo court.
That's a fucking pretty provocative thought. Yeah.
So here
he chose an alligator court over a kangaroo court.
Well,
here's my breakdown of this at this point. We found out that Gabby was missing, right? Okay. Now we found a body, right? Now we found out it's hers. Now we found out how she died. Strangulation. And this whole time, Brian Laundrie's been on the run and his
on the
parents
lam,
have been covering his tracks. And they've basically just sat idly by until they've discovered, maybe we should get in on this and help. And then they did help. And within an hour, super trackers, right? This is such a fucking sham. This is such a sham. There's no way in hell that this is even him. I'm sorry. I don't believe for a second that this body is him. They've been sitting there for over a month.
Dude, FBI
waiting.
fucking came back and said those are his dental records.
I don't give a shit. All right.
But is his dad a dentist or not?
I don't know. Look it up. I didn't look it up. You look it up.
We need to find out because there was a comment earlier. And
I don't think it's him. I don't think that this is him. I think that they've been sitting there for over a month, helping him get the fuck away, trying to figure out a plan so that they can fake this fucking remains so that he can get far enough away before they discover the remains. And now he's safely across the border of Mexico and he can just blend in and everything will be fine. He's fucking long goddamn gone. And you know what?
There's a lot of white guys with goatees.
Allegedly.
A lot of white bald guys in Mexico.
So what you're saying is not only are the laundry parents allegedly some of the best trackers in all God's creation, they can also just find you a corpse like that. Like these motherfuckers, John Wick apparently ain't got shit on these folks because what I am going to say is I do believe that to be Brian Laundrie's remains. That's what I believe at the moment. Now, Tony, your theory is interesting. And we will see once, because it is going to take some time for DNA results to get back. But once they do get back, that will tell us a lot. But if they're going by dental, that tells me that because of the gators and all the stuff that you're going to find down in Florida, there probably wasn't much of them left.
So I'm curious with this whole thing because from one of the stories I read, the parents gave the authorities the location of his body as they found it. Did they search it before? Did they do a thorough search?
I don't think they could have because they were still searching.
Well, no, like a month ago, they said, hey, this is a place where he might be.
Right.
And then all of a sudden his body shows up there. So Tony's conspiracy could have legs if they say, yeah, we did a thorough search. His body was not there.
Well, they said it was underwater. That article was saying that part of that spot that they found it was still underwater until recently. So whether or not that has anything to do with it, I don't know.
God.
So yeah, in Florida, you got to worry about the tides a little bit more, and a month has passed, so you've had all kinds of issues there. But like
that is going to make it harder to get DNA.
Yeah. But there. Oh God, this is so dumb. Like the
chicken's like, quit encouraging Tony. Stop it.
Yeah, I'm like the dude probably like I don't know what his parents' thought process was, but they seemed very standoffish on this whole thing. And I think they were probably like super pissed that this happened, and they said, "Get the fuck out of here." But they were like, "I want to protect my son, but we want nothing to do with you. Fucking do what you got to do." If you're a kid in that situation, if you killed your if you're Brian Laundrie and if you actually killed your fiance and you come home and your parents are like, you did fucking what? You're fucking done. Get the fuck out of here. We're not going to tell anybody. Don't care where you go. Get the fuck out of here. We want nothing to do with this. And then like the fucking protesters, the media, and all these people are hounding the parents. Like they had that standoffish attitude of like, no, like we're not giving up our son. But they probably kind of told him to go fuck himself. And he probably went out into the fucking marshes in the middle of nowhere, offed his fucking self, knowing I don't have anywhere to go. And to Shane's point, do I want to put myself through the fucking legal system? This thing's already it was a national story within a week.
Yeah.
Like this kid was never going to have a fucking fair trial. So yeah, he probably went out there in the fucking marshes and fucking offed himself. And then the tides came in and then the gators fucked him up. And then, then they found him.
That's for
now,
me.
This is another allegedly
timeline.
Thing is we've been like, now again, this is just rumor and innuendo that I've been hearing about the parents going to like some Verizon store.
God, why do people care about this?
Well, the idea is what people are alleging is that they were paying for Brian's burner phone so that he could still be in communication. Now, if that turns out to be true, then we've got a whole different metric to this story. But that's, like I said, only rumor and innuendo, allegedly, folks. So, but yeah, so this one is, like you said, Chicken, it captured our imaginations. It went national. And like I said last week, like to quote Edgar Allan Poe, the death of a beautiful woman is unquestionably one of the most poetical subjects in the world. And that's why it captured our imagination. And so
some people.
well, that's enough. Some
Don't put
people
me
is
in.
enough.
Don't put me in that category.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Shang says, regardless of the circumstance, you cannot ask a parent to incriminate their child.
Well, I
That's
agree.
Foolish. They likely didn't know if he was guilty, and I think that's
probably true.
I think that part is probably true, but
They're not gonna
regardless of
assume the
whether-
guilt of
Yeah,
their son,
regardless.
and their yeah.
I know you can't like force a spouse to testify against their spouse, but I don't know what the interfamilial relation limit
I think
is
they're
there.
more lax
child.
on that.
Well,
they look
because
at
you know
as a-
you can't just say
form
you
of
can't
judgment.
ever testify against anybody in your family ever, because
Yeah.
usually courts involve people that are either related or know each other. So I don't think that can be the case, but I'm just curious, like, I don't know if parents can be compelled to testify against their children, but maybe let me know in the comments.
75 inches of handsomeness. Yeah. Yank
So-
Up's got his shit together.
Especially
Just,
right fucking here. Right. I got the cheekbones and everything, man. What the?
I mean,
Just,
those are some very jutty cheekbones. I'll give you that.
They are.
I mean, you can't get any more outstanding than these fucking qualified cheekbones. Artificial, even.
I was about to say, like, Dolph Lundgren would even be like, "Oh, those are some impressive cheekbones right there."
I must break you.
with my
All right.
cheekbones.
Let me summarize my thoughts on it, and I'll say this.
Yeah, let's
all
wrap this
real
up
quick.
because we got one final story. We're about
Yes.
2 hours. If do kind of want to do a small
Yes.
post show.
So I feel
I ain't
like
got work tomorrow.
timeline, regardless of whether or not they believed he was innocent or guilty or not, I don't think that plays a big role in how they went about aiding and abetting him, because the details on the lengths that they went to allegedly help him or do certain things that may or may not have aided in him escaping, misdirecting of the police and the FBI, getting him burner phones, picking up cars, planting evidence, all this allegedly, of course, but whatever. The amount and the lengths that they went to do some of these things, and then to sit there idle for about a month, and then all of a sudden join the search and immediately yield results. And of course, it's where we said he
Psychic.
was all along, that he said that he was going to. You couldn't find him because of the tide, and oh well, Gatorade him. That's just super unlucky. But dental records, but there's not enough DNA to confirm it. But just trust the dentals. Meanwhile, he's probably in fucking Mexico, allegedly. I don't think he's dead. I think he killed her. I think it was an accident, allegedly.
Oh my! So
I already gave my thoughts on it. Like, yeah, he offed himself.
Affluence.
The Laundries don't really strike me as being that like ostentatiously wealthy. So I don't know about that, but yeah, to me, it's, if I had to guess, it looks like he probably, like Chicken said, like your version of events, Chicken, is the one that I think will ultimately be proven correct. Now,
If he is in fact dead, and that is in fact him, yeah, he definitely took the easy way out.
Yeah. So it's just unfortunate that Gabby had to die along the way. That's really just the unfortunate reality of it. So
and the whole family's lives are over.
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, we got one more fucking
Let's hear
badass
it.
story before
All right.
anybody leaves.
All right, well, on that note, though, I mean, remember Casey Anthony, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she's still alive and well and hanging out in clubs and fucking, dealing with, the fact that she, like, allegedly might have killed her own daughter and fucking whatever, but guess what? She's still out partying and hanging out in clubs in Florida.
Easy
So-
to do when you don't have kids.
Her life wasn't ruined, and I'm pretty sure Laundry's fucking, give them a couple years and they'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Just like
Yep.
fucking
They'll be
Anthony.
starring in fucking made-for-TV movies pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Casey Anthony fucking, what was that the kid's name or her? I
Lynn,
don't remember
hey,
anymore.
I think Dalton just misgendered you here.
Oh.
Oh, Casey. No, I think he was talking about Casey Anthony.
No, he's talking about you for sure.
Well, hey, I identify as a fucking sex pilot.
Now this is kind of a bad joke, but yeah, make sure that you wear protection with that girl because you know she ain't gonna take care of the kid.
My pronouns.
Oh, she'll
is
take
skull,
care of
skull and bones. My pronouns. My
Skull and
pronouns are
bones.
skull and bones. So
Nice.
you say I fuck bones or I fuck skull, and I'd be all right with that. But then no, you're misrepresenting my gender when it comes to that. So damn you, Dalton. You
Damn
son
you.
of a bitch. I am
right.
brave and I am strong, and I will fucking cancel you.
Beautiful.
Let's
and
move
brave.
on to something wholesome and family friendly.
Yes,
Oh,
family
let's-
friendly, beautiful, wholesome, beautiful, and brave.
Who's dying now?
Outrageous.
Here we
Stunning.
go. How to have sex and stay a virgin. Ex-Mormon reveals how unmarried couples practice soaking to be intimate without sinning, where a man penetrates a woman but doesn't move.
I love the terminology for this.
I
It
thought
makes
that
it
was just
so
called
much worse.
foreplay. Like just
This
So-
is gonna be a great one. I am so
This right
excited.
here is the reason why I chose the High West fucking brand whiskeys that I bought tonight.
Yeah.
Is because they're out of Utah. Because
And
of this.
If
This story-
Mormons know how to not sin and make whiskey, fuck yeah.
All right, so if they can make soaking the thing, and they can also make whiskey. So I decided to make it a Mormon night and make me some Utah whiskey.
I'm gonna soak in some Utah whiskey.
like
I'm soaking it in, bro.
this is like
soaking
one
it.
of those moments where like you always have to like, especially to the Mormons, they always have these very like it's almost like adorable little mechanics to try and get around these odd
Loopholes.
well yeah and like one of their big things is that they'll actually like pray in people who have already passed, and they'll like pray them into the Mormon church, because you know that's always one of those odd mechanics of any religion is, well, what about all the people that died before our revelation? And so the Mormons always try to come up with some sort of ex post facto something to make it work. And now here's another one: sex before marriage. And they've got this very, like, to me, it's just a silly mechanic to try and solve this age-old problem. And this one, when you sent me the story on this, I'm like, I don't want to believe this is real, but I know for 1,000% certainty this is
Oh, yeah.
real.
This is real.
Oh,
And it's a
all-
national
And it gets
story.
better, doesn't it? Like, I'll let you get into it, but eventually it involves
Well-
a third person. And that's really, I don't know how to
That's
Yeah,
tell
the
them.
beauty of it.
That
That's a
is the
three-way,
beauty of it.
kids. You just had a three-way.
You
don't
just
wanna admit
fucking
it.
gave up the
No,
goat. Fucking, we haven't got into the story,
no.
Phil. Jesus, you're
That
no
does
fun
not
with
count
these.
as a three-way, okay? If
It
the
does.
person in the room doesn't actually touch, that doesn't make it a three-way.
Well, Chicken, why don't you just get into it so we'll let the audience
Well, Phil,
decide.
you already fucking gave up the goat. So, like, god damn it.
Yeah.
Like,
Phil, why do you
like,
always got to
Phil-
put the cart before the horse?
well,
No, I
Phil's-
didn't tell them
Phil's
what
like-
they do.
Phil's like,
I just
hey,
told
I'm
them
not
that
gonna
it
give you.
occasionally involves another person. So, Chicken, you need
So
to.
Phil's like, I'm not gonna give you the ending to the movie, but I'm not gonna say spoiler alert. But here's the spoiler alert.
I'm
Like,
not
But
gonna give
Michael
a spoiler
Myers gets
alert, but
killed.
Vader is actually Luke's father. I don't want to spoil it for you,
Ex-Mormon,
though.
You son
Ex-Mormon
of a bitch.
Lexi George of Florida went viral
Lexi.
with a video about soaking. The term refers to a man sexually penetrating a woman, but with no movement. Belief is that the lack of movement means the couple is not sinning. Lexi explained that there is also jump soaking, where a close friend will manipulate the bed to create movement in order for the couple to feel greater stimulation.
That's a good friend, I gotta say. Like, that's a friend you gotta really
You-
trust.
hey,
Hey, that's
Tony-
somebody.
Tony's
That's
that
Tiffany
friend.
taking one for the team.
Tony's like, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah,
Like,
Tony's that
question.
friend to everybody. Tony's like,
No,
you guys want to,
hang
you guys
on.
want to, you guys want to jump soak? I got it.
I have a question.
teacher, Tony's got a question.
I have a question. I understand that the whole soaking is just okay. So no movement. It's just penetration, and you just sit there. It's like putting a hot dog in the bun, and the juice from the hot dog just soaking the bun. Like, right? That's the concept we're talking about here. That's fine. I get it. And then jump soaking would be if you took the hot dog and gave it to somebody else, and they just
Put
kinda-
it in a dryer.
Swirl to dry. Yeah, put it in a dryer. But my question is, who does the movement to get the insertion to happen?
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
where I got this question asked to me when I was explaining soaking to a coworker. He's like, "But the act of getting it in there is getting it in there. That's part of the thing. I mean, the act of penetration is the penetration part. Unless you put them up there and then have somebody jump right away and you go plump and you're in, then obviously then you guys didn't act in it.
If your balls deep, I don't know what to tell you, Mormon folks. If your balls deep, you already did it. All right, you've already
use your imagination on ways. Use your imagination on ways you can do that unintentionally without sinning.
If
in the chat, tell me how you can do that without sinning.
Do we have any Mormons in the audience that can explain this? Can you Mormon explain this to us fucking heathens?
Is it like the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis, where somebody comes in and they use your limp body as a fucking avatar, and somebody else takes somebody else's body, and you just kind of use them like puppets?
Oh, so being John Malkovich.
Yeah, it's like you're marionetting people.
Okay.
Where I'm imagining this to happen is not on a bed. I would prefer, if this is going to happen, I'm going to have somebody jumping on a trampoline.
No, Shane says it best. There would have to be a trap door involved.
That's true.
Now, if you have a hammock, you just have to have somebody that can just kind of like rock you back and forth a little bit. This is just silly, to be frank. And also, I'm
That's
sorry.
how the Virgin Mary did it.
Jesus.
Allegedly.
But yeah, that's one of those that I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell you kids, you Mormon kids. Not only have you had sex now, but the minute your friend is involved, you've had a three-way. You've actually had a fairly adventurous weekend. Just embrace it.
Yeah, I mean, I almost.
Yeah.
If you had a hot college roommate jump on the bed while you were, dude, I'm gonna high five that guy because he had, good job, bruh. I mean,
you've done what most guys dream of doing.
Yeah, I mean, even if she was jumping up on the bed, you were like, hell yeah. I mean, come on. God damn it.
And then there's also scumbag Mormon dude just like, all right, Cindy, how about you have your sister come in and move the mattress for us? Yeah, you know that come on now.
Phil's not going to get this one, but Lynn, some of you in the audience will remember this reference. But Lynn, imagine if Tony has to be the person shaking the bed, I'm gonna dress him up as a like a little elf, and he's gonna jump up and down, going berries and cream, berries and cream.
I love berries and cream.
In this case, it'd be 2 twiggin berries and cream.
I was about to say, oh Lord,
berries and what else?
Oh man.
There's not a lot of cream if you're not doing any moving. I'm just saying.
Skeletor.
If you're doing that, jumping around on the bed, there's going to be some cream, bruh.
So let me set the stage here. So you're telling me...
I think it's set.
No, I'm just saying. You guys are saying that if somebody's jumping on the bed...
Okay, I don't even know why the story's even up anymore.
You're saying if somebody's jumping on the bed while you're just laying prone, inserted, that's a three-way. That's not a three-way. Say you're
There's participation with a third party.
I would be more Tony to 2 Mormon virgins. I think that counts. If you're talking about 2 Mormon virgins and they're fucking inserting for the first time, and they got to butt each other. I think they should go ahead and just embrace the adventurousness.
I would have more erotic pleasure for the person jumping on the bed that's making this whole magic happen. I would be looking at you going, thank you.
I'm calling this. I'm going to call it as it is.
Buddy.
I'm calling it as it is third party participation. That makes it a three-way.
This is a good question.
If it wasn't for you, Tony, I wouldn't get my nut.
Wow.
So that makes you part of my three-way.
Dalton,
none of us know this.
Dalton asked the question: is soaking porn a thing yet? We will look
By
that
the
up.
end of
in
the
the
week,
post
I
show.
did a search. I'm sorry. I already searched it about a week ago. It's not yet. It's not.
Let me
Well,
finish this
maybe I
scenario.
wasn't looking. Maybe
So
I
there
wasn't
is-
looking good enough.
Whoa! To
But I
seek
looked.
out and find new civilizations and to boldly go where no man has gone before. So there you go, porn stars. You've got a fucking chance to set new fucking grounds to go
Is
where
that-
no
is
one has
that,
gone before. I thought we had reached the end of the internet. Every kink was there. But shit, we found one. And here, we've discovered it on the Dog and Chicken
And
Show.
we're gonna tell you how to do it right.
Yes.
Is it
We're gonna give you
rule?
instructions.
What was that? Rule 34?
Or Order
Where
66. Kill all the Jedi.
No. Rule 34 is if it exists, there is porn based on it. And
Well-
if there isn't, then there will be.
Yes.
So it's basically, if you search it
All right.
in about
I have-
2 weeks, I believe you, 2 weeks, if you search soaking, it will be on the internet where we see people soaking on fucking
Yeah.
Pornhub.
You heard it here first, folks. Start searching and it'll show up. All right,
So-
Tony.
You're with
You start.
you guys
start
are
looking
saying
for
that
soaking.
somebody jumping on the bed makes it a three-way. I say nay.
Audience participation
this.
counts.
Picture this. You're back home, right? You're just home from college, right? And you brought your girlfriend with you, and the parents aren't home yet, so you're maybe getting a little intimate, and things are just starting to happen, right? But nothing crazy yet. It's just starting to happen, and just as it's starting to happen, your pervy younger stepbrother bursts into the room and starts jumping on the bed like a heathen without even realizing what's happened, right? He doesn't even
And
know
you
that's
come.
going on, but he runs
you
in the room
come.
and he starts jumping on the bed, causing
Allegedly.
insertions and all sorts of crazy things. And then he realizes what he's done. He's like, ah, and he runs out of the room. Does that now mean you've had a three-way?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
There was no
it fucking
physical
does.
touching of the third party. That does not mean you can watch in the corner wearing a Joe Biden mask, and that doesn't make it a three-way, people. You're just watching
Dude,
that
I'm
point, and that's
sorry. If
voyeurism.
someone
That's
bursts into a
voyeurism,
room
that's not
when
group
you're
sex.
trying
That's
to get intimate
voyeurism.
wearing a president's mask,
Just because
shit
you
just
were
fucking
present
got real.
does not
Okay.
make it
Let's take that same thing and we'll circle back.
Got me.
Well,
You guys got me all excited now. God damn it,
Let's
fat.
Pasaki that bitch and circle it back. You're sitting there and you're penetrating your woman without any fucking repercussion, no fucking.
This is
internet.
totally
You're
part
inside.
of the post show. This is where
And
this should
Tony,
be at.
and Tony,
Oh,
your little
ahead.
brother's jumping up and down on the bed. I'm sorry for Tony's little brother, by the way. Either way, he's causing your stuff to have friction. He's causing your fucking pleasure. That means he is part of the three-way. You just inadvertently fucked your brother.
Shang has a good point here, real quick. Shang says, but she was on the rag. Now there's blood and stuff everywhere. Looks like a murder word took place. Yes. Yeah.
Oh my
That's what I'm
god.
saying. Like, it doesn't make it necessarily an instant orgy.
Dude,
Just because
Tony,
somebody
I
else
wish
is
your
in the room.
brother was in the comment section right
This
now.
is the high level
I'm
Pulitzer
not saying that
Prize.
actually
like-
happened to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
why-
is the
why you
Pulitzer
projecting
Prize
like
level
that?
kind of stuff you get from the Dog and Chicken Show.
Dalton
but-
says no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Exactly.
Oh
That's
my
what-
god.
Exactly.
I had
And the
that
doctor
same
said
thought,
no
bro.
more
Hey.
monkeys jumping on the bed.
Hey, listen here, fat. Monkeys can jump on the bed all they want, all right? Stop being so racist.
Now I'm just
Mama-
gonna say, one
Mama
thing
called
that
the
I've been-
doctor, and the doctor said,
One
The
thing that I've
doctor,
been thinking
the doctor
this whole,
said, "True national under pressure."
oh god. One thing
Unless
I haven't
there's
been I've
actual
been thinking that
involvement,
this
it's
whole
not a
time is
three-way.
I'm never gonna be able to think of soaking my feet the same way again. Just like, I'm just gonna get
Do
my
a lot
feet
of
a little
soaking,
soaked.
Phil.
Well, I mean,
"Yeah,
my
he's
dad's
over
got
there
a
soaking
dock
his
on
feet in
pond, and I
Epsom
put
salt.
my feet in there, and I'm never gonna think that the same way. Like,
He's over
damn
there
it.
soaking his feet in Epsom
I
salt,
mean-
and Tony comes over and starts jumping up and down. Like,
Damn it!
"Ah."
No!
Oh my God, Jesus. All right.
But now, my recommendation, my piece of advice
fuck?
to the Mormon kids that are gonna get married and they're doing soaking, just fuck each other. You'll enjoy it, and you'll find out how compatible the two of you are. Just fuck
News-
each other. That's my
Newsflash.
advice.
Yeah.
If you're already
Newsflash,
fiancés,
they already did.
just
They
fuck
already
each
did.
other. Yeah, you did. Like Glenn said, you already
don't want
have.
to buy the cow and then find out you're lactose intolerant after the fact.
I loved that Tony made
Motherfucker's
the thumbnail of this is like me and him being like Mormons going door to door, because I would love, like, Tony, we should do this sometime. Dress up like that and just go door to door and be like, have you ever heard of soaking?
Have you accepted soaking into your life?
Yeah. Oh my God, it would be so fun. It'd be so fun.
Oh my God, we should.
And we could have hidden cameras or have somebody else taping us. Like we do little pen
Next
cameras in
time
our
you
pockets. I'm fucking super down with it, because like explaining soaking to just like regular old people or just boomers or
Like
Go
an
to a
old dude
Casey's.
who's fucked like 9,000 million times in their life, and you're gonna
I've
try to
choked a
explain to
time
them
or two.
soaking.
No,
They're
dude.
like,
No. You go to
you
a
find people
Casey's.
with like a Jesus fish on their cart, because then
you
they're
go
gonna
to
be
a-
believing in sin. So
You go to a Casey's in Nebraska with a bunch of old farmers at like 6 a.m. and bring this shit up to them. They all showed up for their morning coffee and we're like, so
y'all
what's
heard
up?
soaking?
Y'all heard about some soaking?
I was
They're
about
like,
to
I
say,
don't know what that is. Why don't you tell me a little more about
If they're
soaking?
90, they're
And
not
then
doing
you-
soaking. They're doing
like back when
sawdusting.
Mom's Cafe was open here in Geneva, if
Yeah.
I would have gone to the old timers and
fuck you, Shane. It will be a good
said,
time.
hey, have you heard of this thing called soaking? They would look at me like I had a turd hanging out of my mouth. Like, yeah, the farmers would like, what fucking nonsense? Because it's kind of like Beavis and
Yeah,
Butthead,
there you go.
the
Dalton,
movie.
Dalton,
Go ahead.
a good turnabout. They come to my door all the time. I'm gonna question them next time they come.
So, what do you
Imagine
know about
Mormons come to the
soaking?
door and be like, "Do you guys really soak?"
Dalton, please film that on your phone. Please.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Film that on your phone.
Fantastic.
Send it to us. You asking the Mormon fucking door-to-door folks about soaking. Holy shit
Oh my
balls!
God,
I didn't
that's
no
great.
idea how
Accepted
much I
soaking
wanted
into
to
your
see.
life?
I mean, hey, that's a relatable thing. I watched a video where these guys like saw some some Mormons actually come to their door, and not Jehovah's Witnesses, but he goes, I tell you what, we will go and follow you guys and like go to church with y'all if you decide to play this poker game with us, and if we win, you get to go to the strip club with us, and if we lose, we go to your church. And it showed these guys all fucking playing poker, and they all lost. And then these wonderful fucking folks that represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints all had to go to a strip club. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to see part 2, but obviously they won't.
Now, I gotta give Mormons credit. They have a very nice but still aggressive recruiting policy, to the point where they will like, all right, I will sit here and I will play poker with you to try and get you to come to my church. Like they will.
That's
like
commitment.
Yeah, I got to give them that. So I like the Mormon church. But yes,
All right.
go
This
ahead.
all reminds me of the movie Orgasmo, and if you haven't watched it,
Yes,
go
exactly.
and look it up. Look it up, Orgasmo. Best movie about Mormons ever.
All right, let's wrap this bitch up. Yanked Up just posted the link in the chat. You want the Let's Go Brandon Drink shirt with featuring Tony fucking G on there. You can check it out right there. It's yanked-up-studios.myspreadshop.com and go pick it up there. Fantastic shirt, and Tony's just like, oh yeah, he's loving that shit. Love it. I'm gonna order
Only
one.
available till November 10th, folks, for a limited time only. Do not miss out on this exclusive, vintage, one-of-a-kind, one-time only merchandising from Dog and Chicken Show. Come on, folks.
No, from Yanked Up, but inspired by Dog and Chicken Show.
Yes.
Inspired by Tony fucking G, all right?
Exactly.
Yes. So yeah, let's wrap this bitch up. I don't have final thoughts. Like, I've ranted a ton tonight. I've said enough tonight. I love you all. I'll leave it to you fellas to wrap this bitch up. We've had this has been great. I will have post-show link dropped in the chat. Stick around for that. Jump on in, talk some shit. We're gonna look up some of the dirtier stuff we talked about tonight, and I'm probably gonna stream No, I'm not gonna look at anything Tom does. I don't care. Maybe we'll pull up some of the dumb shit he did on our show. Like,
Oh,
Hey.
we have something else
Yeah.
we got to do on the post show. For
Oh, yeah, we got plenty.
We'll get there.
we got
Let's-
plenty.
let's-
We'll leave
let's
that
round
as a
this out.
surprise. Tony,
Me? Oh, okay.
if you're not ready, okay. Lynn.
Oh,
Hey, how's it going, folks? My name is Lynn. You can find me at Westlyn4 on fucking TikTok. And if you haven't looked it up yet, there's some really quality content of a guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing on TikTok. It's fucking great. And I will try to follow you if you follow me. And I'm all about that shit. Either way, I've got some quality shit out there, somewhat. And I tell you what, Tony the Rod 2.0, that motherfucker is on point. So is Barking Cluck. All these
no,
fuckers
Barking
are on
Cluck's my
TikTok,
Twitter.
and we're all friends. And we're
Yeah.
start
Cluck's my
tagging each
Twitter,
other
not
in
my
our
TikTok.
videos.
I fucked
Oh.
And
that
we will
up.
try to get as many followers as Dalton, who's already at fucking 1,000 followers. So,
Oh,
you know,
Tony hit
Dalton
it.
needs to start like pimping us out too, because you know, look at me with my skull mask on, like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, you know, you guys just like, share, and subscribe, do all that shit. And Shane, what's he say?
You have no
I
beard.
have no beard. I have no beard whatsoever. I got stubble, and the only reason why you aren't seeing my face,
I got
right
more
now-
beard than he does. Fuck him.
Yeah, I'll catch up in a fucking week, and I will surpass you in a month. I'm just saying.
Ouch.
You grow a beard like fucking, yeah, like I don't know.
Like a guy who can't grow his beard.
You grow a beard like my dick can't get hard when I look at pictures of Tony. Wah, wah. I mean, all right, I'm lying.
All right.
I totally get hard when I look at Tony.
Okay.
I'm lying. I'm just totally lying on that one.
Chicken?
Either way,
Tony?
hey, like, share, and subscribe. Everybody, just look at these guys. They're all beautiful people. Even that guy right there, fucking Phil KOE, the
I'm
king,
gorgeous. I'm the most.
the king of
Extreme.
Extreme. I had to slow it down because I was trying to like give like a little bit of promo status and give it up because I don't know who's next. I'm just trying to give that
Well, then,
juice to the next man who
You know
may
what?
be the next
no, hold-
president of the
Yes,
United
thank
States.
you very much. So, folks,
Hold on.
oh, we got Biden.
I was told that I was supposed to like say some parting words here, but I'm actually not really supposed to talk.
Listen here, brother.
Shut up,
Oh
fat.
shit! They're gonna cut his mic.
So
Biden's
shut up,
Okay,
fat.
rambling.
Thanks, Joe. That was a really good try, Phil.
So, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for episode 110. Soak in. Yes, folks, I am your King Extreme Phil KOE. Yes, the one, the only, the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, Phil KOE. You can find me at KOE Nation on YouTube and Twitch. That is K as in King of Extreme, O as in oh my god, I can find KOE Nation on YouTube and Twitch, and E is an extremely happy to know that KOE Nation is on YouTube and Twitch. But folks, we are here together at Big Fucking Empire, where we come together for all of the news, the discussion, everything that's happening in this wild journey that we call life. Folks, I am glad to be here. Be sure to check us out at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. Check out Westlyn4 on TikTok, Tony the Rod 2.0 on TikTok, Barks and Clucks on Twitter, if you will. And folks, thank you for being here. I am glad to be here with all of you beautiful people. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Raise a glass to yourselves. I hope to find all of you back here happy, healthy, much the wiser. Tony, Chicken, take it away.
I don't have a whole lot to add. I was just going to say yes. It does not count as a three-way if nobody actually touched the other two people
Bullshit.
fornicating. Just saying they were just a spectator at that point. That does not
Bullshit.
necessitate a three-way. I expect some touching and some moaning if you're going to be considered part of the three-way. Just saying. Being in the same room does not make it an orgy. and I'm passionate about this.
You were the active imaginary, or the person in the kinetic energy that provided the fucking.
As someone who's been in the room
God.
while stuff has happened, I'm just saying I don't consider myself a part of said fornication. Okay.
What if you were there for the centrifugal force?
All right, and there you have it, folks.
Tony the Rod 2.0. on
Cheers,
TikTok.
everybody. Get your glasses up, you sons of bitches.
Agree to disagree, Tony. Yeah.
I will.
Cheers. As always, folks, appreciate you. Love you. Bye.
Smooths
itself out.
Get back. Tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you. Raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down. Let you down slow. It's hard to survive.